Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Texas Fly Fishing Report. This is the companion YouTube channel to www.texasflycaster.com, where you can go to find highly detailed information about fly fishing in Texas.
Hi guys, I know it's been a while. I've had a summer full of activity. Welcome to the Texas Flycaster Texas Fly Fishing Report. I try to get these out as often as I can, and sometimes it takes a little longer than other times, and this is one of those times. See how many times I can use the word times. Anyway, as you know, if you tuned in before, this is a supplemental video channel for www.texasflycaster.com. There's a whole lot more information there. There's a whole lot of things going on that are not covered here, and they're covered there in greater detail. So I highly encourage you to go to www.texasflycaster.com. So let me get down to it. I've been off from this report for more than a month. I've been to New Hampshire. I've been hardly anywhere else. That took a huge chunk of time. But getting back here and bringing our report instantly up to speed. Last week I was on the water on Lake Ray Roberts and managed to catch some carp for a guy who was in a tournament, and that went really well. He was running in third place, and if we hadn't caught fish, he would have been pushed out of third place. So that's a good event for him, and that was on Saturday, part of the carp fly fishing tour in Texas, which, believe it or not, we have an organized group of fly fishing tournaments here in Texas for carp, and there's 3 in the series right now, and he did finish third. A guy from Oklahoma came from out of nowhere and kicked A on everybody else. And if you go to my website, Texas Flycaster, I'll tell you more about this guy and how you can get in touch with him. He scored big on big carp on Texoma using methods I've never heard of before, never seen before, and it's so intriguing that I just can't wait to go do some fly fishing with this guy and see what he's up to. Sorry for the major interruption, just had a poisoned rat eaten by my dog, so we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, back to the local. Was on the water last week, Friday and Saturday, Friday being practice round, Saturday being a day of competition on the water for this guy who was in from Houston to compete in the tournament. And while he only caught 2 fish, which is pretty good for some people for sure, because it was a whole new challenge. He's used to catching carp and grass carp over in the bayous in Houston, so this was a little bit different. But he did okay and managed to hold on third place, like I said. And what I saw was plenty, and I mean plenty. I gotta get the bug spray now, this is out of hand. Plenty of, wow, carp in shallow water. The water's clear, it's shallow, and the level's still going down. So you've got to keep that in mind, that we had 5 inches of rain in the last 10 days. It has stopped raining for about 3 days now, 4 days. But it's definitely very wet here, according to the mosquitoes. I managed to look at a couple of the places I gleaned information from, and what I'm seeing across the state is it is still a great time to be on the coast, and especially if you're interested in fishing in the surf and even fly fishing in the surf. And the reason I say that is because I'm hearing directly from people, number one, and number two is in the reports that I glean information from, they're seeing speckled trout in the first gut taking conventional plugs on top water. So that's very unusual. It's something to look for. At least try the jetties out. I hear there's a lot of bait in close. It's one of those times that if you can get to the coast, again, it seems like I say that every time, but I don't. We did have a lull for sure in the last month with the heat being so high and the water temperatures going so high. On the average right now, if there's nothing going on in the surf, if you're on the inshore and even inland here in Texas, the water's hot, so things have slowed down significantly. Fish are deep, they're lethargic, That one bite that I hear, I've witnessed this before in a hot time of the year, that one bite that interests me. There's a couple. One that interests me right now is Texoma for stripers. What happens though is they kind of lay down as it gets hotter in the day below the thermocline, and that keeps them cool. You pull them through the thermocline when you catch them though, and that immediately stresses that fish out. So it's a really a mixed bag of feelings when it comes to going for those deep stripers. Other than that, we do have sand bass action here on Ray Roberts. So there's always something for somebody, and I'd say that, you know, we've had a moderation in temperatures being this part of August. It's still supposed to hit 100 later this week, and it will, I'm sure. The humidity is supposed to come back, and it will, I'm sure. And mosquitoes are sure here and all over me this evening. So there's that. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me. We'll run the scroll after this. This is a real quick report as I get back into the swing of things. Also, if you have any other resources for me, be sure to let me know. www.texasflycaster.com. Email me, texasflycaster@gmail.com. Call me or text me your photographs, 940-380-0408. Thanks for watching. It's Wednesday tomorrow, so you got the rest of the week to go find fish. Watch that scroll, because I'm sure you'll find something to do. And as always, check out the website. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Texas Flycaster YouTube channel.
Thank you.